you ever wondered why sometimes a woman doesn't even need to say a single word, yet her body tells you everything? Why her eyes linger a little too long, her tone softens, her posture subtly shifts, and suddenly, the entire atmosphere between you feels charged and almost electric? You can't explain it. You can't control it. But you feel it in that invisible tension in the air. Most men miss this. They chase with words, with flattery, with effort, trying to earn what can only ever be felt. They think attraction is about status, looks, or money. But those things are only noise, surface-level sparks that fade as quickly as they appear. The truth is far more subtle and far more ancient. A woman's body language, when driven by genuine desire, speaks a language older than words. It's not logical. It's not planned. It's instinctive. It's the body's raw honesty before the mind steps in to control the narrative. Her glance, her breath, her tone, the way she tucks her hair behind her ear or mirrors your posture. These aren't coincidences. They are signals, primal whispers from her subconscious, revealing what her lips may never dare to say. And the man who can read that, not with lust, but with calm understanding, holds a power that most men never even glimpse. Because where other men chase validation, the stoic man observes. He doesn't react to surface signals. He reads what lies beneath them. He doesn't fall for the illusion of attention. He listens for the truth behind it. He's not desperate to possess a woman's interest. He's curious enough to understand it. That difference changes everything. You see, women are masters of subtle communication. They've evolved to feel emotions deeply, but express them indirectly. Her eyes may look away to test your calm. Her body may lean closer to test your presence. Her smile may fade, not because she's losing interest, but because she's measuring your energy. And the stoic man? He remains grounded through it all, unmoved by praise, unshaken by distance, because he knows every reaction is data, every silence is language. That's why he's so rare, because most men drown in emotion the moment attraction enters the room. They interpret every glance as approval, every smile as invitation, every silence as rejection. But the stoic man? He knows better. He knows that the body speaks a truth the mind can't hide. And if you can learn to listen to truly see, you gain a quiet authority that no amount of chasing can replicate. Her gestures, her tone, her posture, they become a mirror reflecting her emotional state. Not to feed your ego, but to teach you about energy, balance, and self-mastery. Because here's the deeper truth. The way a woman reacts to your presence isn't really about you. It's about what your energy awakens in her. Confidence, calm, and masculine composure create safety. Neediness, nervousness, and chaos create distance. And when she senses that emotional steadiness, when her feminine energy feels the stillness of your masculine presence, her body starts to speak in ways words never could. That's not lust as you think of it. It's recognition. It's instinct saying, here is a man I can relax around. A man who doesn't need to impress me because he already owns himself. And that right there is where the hidden forces begin to move. Because attraction isn't a performance. It's a dance between energies. One that only becomes visible to the man who's learned to be silent enough to notice. So today, I'm going to take you deep beneath the surface. We're not talking about flirtation games or cheap tricks. We're diving into the psychological and stoic forces that drive her body's unspoken language, the quiet signs of genuine desire that most men will never see, because they're too busy trying to earn what they should simply understand. If you learn to read these signs and calmly, wisely, without ego, you'll never need to chase validation again. You'll know when energy shifts. You'll feel when attraction rises. You'll sense when connection deepens without a single word spoken. Because once you master awareness, you master attraction. And once you master yourself, you become the kind of man her body reacts to before her mind even knows why. So let's begin and uncover the hidden forces behind a lustful woman's body language. 1. The silent magnetism of presence. Every attraction begins with presence. Not looks, not status. Presence. It's that quiet awareness that makes people around you feel your energy, even before you speak. When a woman senses this in a man, her body often responds before her mind catches up. You'll notice it in micro-expressions, the sudden shift in eye contact, her pupils slightly dilating, her breathing subtly deepening. In a London cafe, imagine a man named Daniel, calm, self-contained, not chasing attention. He isn't looking around, scrolling his phone, or forcing charm. He's just There, grounded, reading, thinking, unaffected. When Sarah, sitting nearby, notices him, something stirs within her. Her posture straightens unconsciously. Her legs cross toward him, not away. Her hair falls slightly forward as she tilts her head. That's not strategy. That's biology. You see, women are intuitive creatures. They feel energy long before they analyze it. And when a man radiates calm, not neediness, where her body detects safety and strength. Stoicism teaches, be so grounded that the world revolves around your calm. Her subconscious picks that up, and her body language starts broadcasting subtle signals of attraction even if she doesn't realize it herself. But here's the key. A Stoic man doesn't jump on these signs. He doesn't let lust or ego take over. He simply notices with quiet curiosity because awareness is power. That's the first hidden force. Presence, the masculine stillness that invites her feminine energy to open. 2, the power of emotional polarity. Now let's go deeper. Why does her body respond at all? Because nature runs on polarity. Masculine and feminine energy. The stronger your masculine frame, the more it awakens her feminine instincts. In Toronto, a man named Michael walks with quiet confidence. His shoulders relaxed, eyes steady, steps unhurried. He doesn't need validation. His energy says, I am enough. When Olivia interacts with him, her body subtly mirrors his energy. Her voice softens. Her laughter becomes lighter. Her hand gestures become more expressive. Her lips part more often, her gaze lingers. This isn't manipulation. It's resonance. The hidden force here is polarity, the magnetic tension between masculine presence and feminine openness. The more emotionally stable you are, the more she relaxes into her natural feminine energy. Her body language reflects comfort, curiosity, and eventually desire. But if you lose your grounding, if you become reactive, boastful or anxious, and that polarity collapses, her attraction fades even if she doesn't know why. That's why Stoic men are so mysteriously attractive, because calm is rare, and women's bodies instinctively lean toward what feels like a safe anchor in the storm of life. Her body isn't lustful because of your looks. It's because of your energy contrast. You provide the calm her instincts crave. First, the eyes, windows to hidden desire. Let's talk about the eyes, perhaps the most revealing signal of them all. In human psychology, the eyes are the first point of subconscious connection. A woman's glance holds layers of meaning, sometimes interest, sometimes curiosity, sometimes unspoken desire. When a woman is drawn to you, she doesn't just look, she studies. Her gaze flickers between your eyes and your lips, then back to your eyes again. Her pupils slightly widen, not because she wants to, but because her body does it for her. In New York, James noticed this one night a woman across the room, glancing at him between conversations, then quickly looking away. It wasn't about seduction, it was instinctual testing. Her body was saying, I feel your presence. Will you hold your ground? A Stoic man never overreacts to that. He doesn't turn it into an ego contest. He simply acknowledges it with a faint, grounded smile, and not chasing, not ignoring, and just aware. That composure multiplies the tension, because what women often find irresistible isn't lust. It's the mystery of a man who sees them clearly but doesn't need to own them. And this is where many men fail. They interpret female attention as permission. But Stoicism teaches restraint. True mastery is this: to feel the flame and still stay composed. That restraint deepens attraction, because women can sense when a man is ruled by his impulses or by his discipline. Her eyes may invite, but your calm defines the connection. Or the subconscious dance of proximity. Attraction often lives in distance, or rather how it's managed. A woman drawn to a man will find reasons to reduce the physical space between them. Maybe she walks closer, stands nearby, or leans in slightly during conversation. But the real secret is in how she tests proximity. She'll move closer, then pull back. It's her way of measuring your energy. Are you stable or reactive? In a Sydney bookstore, Emma subtly does this as she talks to Daniel. She steps closer when intrigued, retreats when uncertain, then reapproaches when she feels safe again. It's an unconscious rhythm, the body's way of exploring connection. This isn't manipulation, it's nature testing alignment. And here's where Stoic understanding becomes essential. A man rooted in himself doesn't chase closeness or avoid distance. He remains internally centered, because his sense of worth doesn't depend on her nearness. That neutrality draws her in more than pursuit ever could. Her body starts to mirror his stillness. She breathes slower. Her tone lowers. Her movements sync with his rhythm. This is entrainment, a psychological phenomenon where one person's calm state physiologically influences another's. So when you remain composed, her body naturally feels safer to open up. The hidden force here is energetic steadiness, the quiet power that turns proximity into attraction without words. 5. The subtle language of touch. When a woman is drawn to you, touch becomes her way of bridging emotional energy into physical connection. But it's rarely obvious at first. It might start as a playful push, a harmless touch on the arm, or brushing imaginary lint off your shirt. Every touch is a signal of growing comfort and curiosity. Yet here's what most men don't realize. The true force behind it isn't sexual impulse. It's emotional safety. Her body allows touch only when her subconscious feels trust. Without it, even desire remains unexpressed. That's why a stoic man's calm confidence creates such deep attraction. Not because he tries to touch, but because his very presence invites it. She senses that he's not desperate for validation. His touch, and if it happens, feels deliberate, respectful, and rare. In psychology, this is called the safety-desire paradox. Women only express sensuality when they feel emotionally safe and energetically challenged. The stoic man provides both: security without passivity, strength without aggression. Her body language reflects this balance. She initiates subtle touches. She orients her body toward you. She maintains proximity with ease. Her gestures flow naturally, even because she's not performing. She's responding. And your calm acceptance, not indulgence, amplifies her attraction. That's the hidden force behind physical cues. Trust born from composure. 6. The unspoken tension of feminine testing. Now here's something few men ever understand. When a woman feels lustful attraction, she often tests more, not less. It's not because she wants to reject you. It's because she wants to confirm that your power is real, not fragile. She might tease, withdraw, or act indifferent. She'll throw small emotional curveballs to see if your inner state remains centered. Why? Because female desire is linked to respect, and respect is born from consistency. If you break under pressure and if you become reactive, needy, or defensive, her body language shifts instantly. Her posture closes. Her eye contact fades. That magnetic openness disappears. But when you hold your composure, grounded, patient, unbothered, her subconscious re-engages. In psychology, this is called stress testing attraction. It's her body's way of filtering for emotional maturity, and this is where Stoic philosophy becomes your greatest asset. Because Stoicism trains emotional detachment, not coldness but control. It's about choosing your response instead of reacting to her tests. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength." Women feel that truth in their bodies. When you embody it, their body language turns from defensive to receptive. So when she crosses her arms, rolls her eyes, or pretends she's not interested, don't chase. Just stay still, because silence, and when backed by strength, speaks louder than words. 7. The final force, the power of non-neediness. The most magnetic men aren't the ones who win women's attention. They're the ones who don't need it. That's the final and most powerful hidden force behind a lustful woman's body language. When a man radiates non-neediness, he becomes the psychological equivalent of a calm sea, mysterious, deep, and impossible to dominate. A woman's body naturally softens in his presence. Her tone changes. Her gaze lingers longer. Her laughter flows more freely. Because she senses what every woman instinctively desires, a man who doesn't need to prove his worth. In Los Angeles, countless men try to impress women with flash and noise, the cars, the confidence, the show. But the Stoic man doesn't perform. He simply exists, complete in himself. And ironically, that's what drives her body language wild. Her gestures grow slower, more deliberate. Her expressions open. She mirrors his calm, because she feels drawn not to his looks, but to his inner mastery. Her lust isn't about physical need. It's about emotional safety meeting powerful restraint. This paradox, calm strength mixed with emotional depth, is what modern psychology calls integrated masculinity. It's what women crave but rarely find. That's why when you embody it, her body speaks without words. Her desire becomes unspoken reverence. And you, as grounded in Stoic discipline, see it clearly. But never let it control you. Because true power isn't in being desired. It's in staying composed when you are. Conclusion. Attraction, at its core, isn't chaos, it's communication. A woman's body language, when she's drawn to you, reveals more truth than her words ever could. But to decode it, you must become the kind of man who doesn't need to. When your energy is calm, your emotions stable, and your intentions pure, you'll notice her eyes linger longer, her posture soften, her voice shift. Those are the whispers of nature, ancient, unfiltered, and honest. But remember, the goal isn't to exploit it, it's to understand it. To see the beauty in the dance between masculine and feminine energy. When you embody stoic balance, strength without arrogance, calm without apathy, confidence without control, you stop chasing lust. You become the gravity that draws it. Because women don't lust after men who seek them. They lust after men who see them, yet remain unshaken. So next time you sense her body language speaking in subtle waves, don't rush to decode it. Just stay still, because stillness itself is the loudest message of all. As with that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.